Kamusta kayo? Kamusta? Okay, I'll just pin for everyone. Okay.
Sir, hello po. Mag-leave lang po ako.
Yes.
Parang manipat ako ng napasukan, ma'am.
Ano po yun? Sige po. Apo, this is for GBA and then this is when you will meet your mentors. Ayan.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
Kasi medyo nagulat lang ako sa SMM presentation.
Yes.
Okay, thank
No
you.
worries. So for this week po, you will be meeting different mentors under the Bloody Mary program internship group. So ayan po. So I will be the first. First ba ako? Hindi ko alam. Actually. Pero sunod-sunod po po. Ano yan? Me?
Taray, I will be the first. I am the first. My great
I am the first. Ayan. Pero this week, isa-isa nyo pong mamimit yung mga mentors sa different fields nila para may idea kayo sa iba't ibang services that we offer. So, for today, ayan, SMM tayo. And then sa susunod, meron tayong legal, meron tayong construction, meron tayong iba-iba po. Okay? So, this is super exciting moment. Ready na ba kayo dyan? Ready? Hold on, let me just make sure. We are recording. Okay. May mga habilin ng aking ina. Gusto ko lang na tama. Perfect. Okay. Ayan. Just a second. Okay, perfect na. We are good to go. Gusto ko yung buti na lang nag-speak up si Princess. Si Princess ba yun? Ayan. Feeling niya tuloy na lost kaya. Ayan. So welcome po. Sa GVA po ito, sa Bloody Mary. So today's session is an intro to SMM so that you guys have an idea if this is something that you wanted to pursue and if you see yourself as a social media manager or a social media marketer. So para po meron kayong idea. This is the perfect opportunity. So sa mga susunod po ng mga araw, please make sure that you guys are available because you get to see ano po ba talaga yung nangyayari sa mga different industries. Okay? So marami po tayong mga mentors na, wait lang, magbibigay sa inyo ng mga kineso. Okay? So, hold on. Let me just double check. Ayan. So far. Okay, perfect. So meron din tayong mga bookkeeping and everything. So let me know in the chat muna para naman makita ko rin ano po yung mga pinupursue yung mga niche or industry today. Let me see. Sino po ba dito yung nag-o-offer ng SMM, ng bookkeeping, na yung mga nasa Reva, yung mga general virtual assistants? Please comment sa ating chat so that I know how to customize itong session natin for you guys. Ano yung mga current that you guys are offering? Or gusto nyong i-offer? Ayan. Or gusto nyong i-pursue, kumbaga. Newbie pa. So lahat talaga, GVA. Aspiring Virtual Assistant, SMM, and Healthcare VA. Ayan. Perfect. Okay, GVA, e-com. Perfect. GVA, newbie. Okay. Wait lang. Let me fix my camera. Ayan. GVA, SMM, and yung iba po. O, diba? EVA. Okay. SMM, EVA. All right. Okay. Perfection. So, to start our session, mag-play muna tayo ng quick game. So, pag nagsisession po ako, by the way, I want everyone to be active. Okay? Kailangan nakikita ko po ang ating chat na talagang marami. So, please make sure kung nasa laptop kayo para makakapag-chat tayo. Okay? So, we'll start with a quick game and I want you guys to, to comment the first thing that comes to your mind pag flash ko na yung picture. So, you would be seeing here different pictures. So, ang goal ninyo is to let me i-chat nyo kagad, okay? Hindi ko natapos yung second task. Ay, bahala ka, Jane. Charot. Hindi ko yan alam. Charot lang. Lagot kayo. Lagot kayo. Charot lang. Siyempre tapusin niyo yan. Okay. Naging busy daw sa September. Carry lang yan. Carry lang yan. Sunod-sunod nyo na lang yung mga iba kasi nakapag-attend na ng class ko eh. Kaya eme-eme dito eh. Charot lang. To follow daw. Carry bells. Okay. So yung sinasabi ko, branded points po. Kaya galing ni ko. Okay. So yung sinasabi ko, so let's start with a quick game. So let me know the first thing that comes to mind. Okay? So mga ipa-flash ko ng mga pictures. Wala nang isip-isip. Kailangan mabilis. Ready? Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind kapag nakita nyo to. Oh, go. Comment. Comment yan. Lagay nyo sa chat. Yes. Ano pa? Colgate, toothpaste, ngipin. Ako ngipin, Dailani. Talaga. I love it. Cold. Talaga, princess. Colgate. Ayan. Hoy, Wins, nandiyan ka pala. What are you doing here? Water, Crest. Oy, ang taray ni Irby. Crest. Di ba sa US brand ang Crest? Is that correct? Mint. Very well done, children. Next. Fluoride. Next. What comes to mind pag nakita niyo to? Diaper, baby, Pampers, Huggies. Sino ka dyan? Sabi ni Viva. Gastusi. Amy. Baby, Huggies, Pampers. All right. Next. Wee. Sabi ni Christine. Sarap noodles. Noodles, Pansit Canton. Lucky Me. Canton. Pangtawid gutom sa Pecha de Peligro. Tama. Pecha de Peligro ngayon, di ba? Sa weekend pa. Weekend pa ba ang sahod? Wait nga. Kailan ba November 5th? Weekend, no? May gala pa naman kami na Bloody Mary tomorrow. Ay, sa Friday. Oo nga, so weekend pa ang 15. Pansit Canton, Maggie. Okay. Pagkain pag walang makain sa bahay. Next. Ayan. Expertise sa mga di marunong magluto. Correct. Band-Aid. Wound. Band-Aid. Plaster. Ang social ng plaster, April. I love that for you. Sugat. Band-Aid. Government solution. Si Jamie. Sugat. Okay. Meron pa ba? Wait nga. Hindi ko memorize yung slide. Meron pa. Okay, next. Ano una-una pumapasok sa isip nyo? Yung nakita nyo yan. House. Coke, cold. Coke, acid. Sabi ni Ivy, UTI. Pepsi, rum and cola. Diabetes. Sarap daw. Perfect. Ayan, Coca-Cola, Coke. Alright, next. Ayan, ano unang-unang pumapasok sa isip nyo? Joy. Dishwasher. Plates. Zip. Hugasin. Dishwashing liquid. Action. Chores. Joy. Ayan, joy. Okay, ayoko niyan. Lahat tayo may mga pinagdaanan dito, di ba? Kakambal ng plate attendant. Mamaya na daw, nag-aaral pa. Correct, ayan. So, that was just a quick way for us to get to know yung mga different things na pumapasok sa utak natin. So, nung pinakita ko yung mga iba't ibang pictures, di ba? Most of you, ang sinabi nyo is yung mga brand name. Okay? So, especially doon sa Band-Aid. Ano po ang tawag talaga dito? Band-Aid is the name of the brand. Okay? Band-Aid is the name of the company that sells this. Adhesive po ang tawag dito. Adhesive bandage. Correct? Pero pupunta ka ba sa tindahan or sa grocery, sabihin, bumili ka nga ng adhesive bandage. Diba ang unang-unang mong sasabihin, bumili ka nga ng Band-Aid. O kaya pabibiling ka ng nanay mo. O kaya ikaw mismo, papabili ka sa anak mo. Bumili ka nga doon ng Joy. Bumili ka nga doon ng sabihin nyo ba, mahabang dishwashing liquid. Alam ba natin yan na dishwashing liquid siya? diba? So I just showed you a normal picture of a toothpaste, of a Coke, of a adhesive bandage. Pero ang unang-unang pumapasok sa isip natin is the name of the brand. Diba? Kasi your brain immediately made that connection. Kasi sobrang familiar na tayo. Right? Sobrang familiar na tayo. And that is the power of marketing and brand psychology. So we don't say na, ay, bumili ka doon ng soft drinks. Madalas, hindi ganun kadalas, pero di ba, sabihin natin, oy, Coke, Coke. Di ba? Ganun yung sasabihin natin. So yun yung nangyayari when a brand becomes the default choice do sa mga utak ng mga tao. Right? So see how fast your brain made all those associations. Okay? And yun yung power of marketing. And itong mga brands na to, they didn't just get lucky. Okay? So they really worked for years to build yung familiarity, yung trust, and yung ganong emotional connection. Di ba tayo kapag may handaan, alam nyo, ay, kailangan natin ng Coke. Di ba? Yung iba hindi makakakain kapag walang Coke. Yan, di ba? Kaya kanina may nagsabi din, diabetes. Oo, kasi totoo. Di ba? Yung lola ko dati talagang yung 1 litrong ganon na Coke. Sobra naman na. Saka diba sa Pampers, sa diaper, hindi naman tayo tama nagsasabi, bili ka ng diaper, most of the time, bumili ka ng Pampers, yung mura lang Eh, di ba yung Pampers medyo may pagka-pricey siya, di ba? Kasi brand na yun eh, di ba? O bumili ka ng Pampers, yung pinakamura. Di ba? Ang kulit lang kasi you are saying a brand, a company name, pero hindi pala yun yung gusto mong bilhin. Di ba? So, ang gusto mo palang bili is diaper, pero pinakamura. Pero nagbanggit ka kasi ng name of a brand. Nagbanggit ka ng name of a specific packaging. Kasi hindi pala Pampers ang gusto mo. Ano ba yung mas pinakamurang diaper, guys? Basta, gusto mo yung pinakamura, di ba? So, every time na nakikita nyo yung ad nila o kaya yung packaging nila or kaya kahit na anong similar product man yan, di ba? Or even just yung color. Naalala niyo before na sobrang nauso yung 4 pics and 1 word? Ano ba yun? Parang yung logo na yung sa dulo pa lang nung picture, alam mo na logo yun ng Starbucks. Ito, alam mo na logo yun ng McDo. Right? Ito, alam mo na logo to ng Nike. Kahit yung kapiranggot lang na gano'n sa dulo, ay Nike yan. Di ba? Alam na natin siya. Kasi your brain was able to store it. And until one day, ang naging, isip natin, hindi na tayo nag-think twice. Parang naging default na yun. Diba? Naging default na yun. Now, here's the thing. There are thousands of new brands being launched every single day. And marami dyan mga great products, mga great ideas, but most people don't even know that they exist. And that is where social media, the entire marketing, the ads, everything comes in. And more specifically, ngayon, social media. Okay, social media marketing really becomes powerful because today, hindi naman tayo nagdi-discover na ng mga brands through TV o kaya newspaper. Diba? We discover them through scrolling, kapag may nag-share sa atin, kapag nakikita natin sa stories. Now, ang job po ng isang social media marketer or social media manager is not just to post content na maganda o kaya aesthetic. It's to really help yung mga clients ninyo to be seen and to be remembered and trusted. Okay, yan po ang goal natin. So for today's session, I wanted to give you guys an overview so that you can make an informed decision if this is something that you wanted to pursue long-term. Okay, if you see yourself doing it, ay, parang carry naman pala, because I know that there's a lot of misconception about SMM na pang creatives lang yan, na pang ganito lang. So let's double check that later on, okay? So let's officially start our session, and I always started with a saying that I learned from my life coach, Kimilu, that you are at the right place at the right time with the right people. So yung iba na bigla, ano po ba itong pinasukan ko? GVA dapat eh, di ba? But it's not an accident that you guys are here and you are in my session. So lahat po ng mga kasama niyo dito, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Gusto niyo yun. So kahit na lagapak sa Love Life dito, it is meant to be. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Edina, and I was a call center agent for 10 years before I decided to become a full-time freelancer. So sino po sa inyo ang galing ng BPO or nasa BPO pa? Taas ang kamay, let me know. Ay, perfect. Perfect, ayan. So galing po ako ng call center, nag-handle ako ng sales, ano ba yun? Nag-AT&T ako, ano pa ba? Nag-hotels.com, Expedia. Pero ang pinakamatagal ko is nasa collections po ako. Debt collector, Australian account. So, ang tawag dito, ang pinakamatagal ko doon ay 7 years po ako doon. Okay, 7 years po ako nasa collections. And madugo siya, pero mas madugo ang AT&T. Hindi ko kinaya. Siguro mga ano lang ako doon, 2 seconds lang ako sa AT&T. Charot lang. Sobrang nahihirapan ako sa AT&T. Pero anyways, mandirigma. O, di ba? Alam ng mga, ano yan, call center agents yan. So, I did that, nag-sales, nag-customer service. Of course, parang lahat naman ata mag-customer service, di ba? Pero ang pinakamatagal ko yun nga, nasa collections ako. And thank God that was an Australian company. So, normal po ang pasok ko. So, pang umaga ako, and then uwi ako ng 5 p.m. And that was my work before I decided to become a full-time freelancer in the middle of the pandemic. So, just imagine what my family what yung reaction nila, 'di ba? Syempre there was so much uncertainty, tapos hindi mo alam kung malilift na ba yung ano ng pandemic, 'di ba? So nakakatakot. But then yun kasi yung start na pinapabalik na kami sa office, and that was the first time that I experienced working from home, and I really fell in love with it kasi you guys know how much time we spend sa pagko-commute natin, 'di ba? So I was living in Molino, tapos ang work ko na is nasa Makati Stock Exchange, so Makati. So yung travel that I am allotting is around 3 to 4 hours every day. Diba? And alam niya, hindi naman nabago sa ating mga Pilipino. So when I started working from home, that is when na-realize ko na pwede naman pala. Eh ako, since marami akong gustong i-pursue in life, ang dami kong mga pinagagawa, that was also the start na na-build ko yung YouTube ko, na-experience ko yung mga interior decor. Naalala niyo yung pandemic na lahat tayo nasa homebodies, lahat tayo, team puti, team kahoy, ganyan. So, lahat po yun nagawa ko. So, na-in-love lang ako dun sa process of discovering myself again and being able to do so much. Diba? So, alam niyo naman kapag nasa office tayo, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-eme-eme doon, di ba? Magbenta-benta, ganyan. So, na-feel ko yung freedom, kumbaga, ganyan. And that was the spark. Kaya ko po nagawa ang aking digital marketing agency. So now I have my mini digital marketing agency where we serve social media services sa mga clients. We also do funnels and then yung general virtual assistants. Ayan. So I have a small team. So nakakatuwa lang na I didn't actually see na, ano mo yun, na makakabuild ako ng sarili kong team. But here I am. And I'm just so thankful sa lahat ng mga nakasama ko all throughout my journey kasi it was not an easy transition kasi that was a literal career shift. Wala po akong marketing background at all. I didn't have any formal education about social media or marketing. It was self-learn talaga lahat all throughout. And coming from call center na, isipin niyo guys, collections, finance, tapos biglang boom, SMM, creatives, designing, 'di ba? So parang ang layo, parang ang hirap i-connect. Pero na-connect po natin siya. Okay? But I didn't start as an SMM. I started as a REVA, transaction coordinator to be specific. And I stayed there for 8 months before I decided na hindi para sa akin ang admin work. For some, you would definitely thrive with paperworks and doing all the admin stuff. Pero para sa akin po, umiinit po yung ulo ko. Sabi ko, but I stayed there for 8 months kasi I was not sure ano yung ipapursue ko next. And I was even debating if I should go back to apply to call center. Kasi sabi ko, shucks, so hard pala. Kasi pinagsabay ko kasi siya. I was in the call center, pinagsabay ko na meron akong client. Pero nung nag-resign na ako dun sa main job ko, dun ko na-realize na, shucks, ang hirap. But then, nailaban naman natin yan siya. Okay? So, I wanted to share with you my journey para you guys can see that it is possible naman. Marami naman po tayong mga kakilala din na nailaban nila yan. Okay? But I wouldn't suggest na mag-resign nang wala pang client. Okay? Huwag ganon. Kasi nakakatakot po. Charot. Ayan, so a quick intro part po ako ng Freelancers Wonderland last 2025 para kailangan natin ng another event. Do you guys believe? May mga naka-attend po ba ng Freelancers Wonderland from last year? So isa po ako sa mga speakers doon. So ito po yung ginawa naming event noong 2025 in a span of 2 weeks ata or 3 weeks lang. So imagine niyo Noche Buena nagmi-meeting kami. Gano'n na lang kasi finish namin to January 19 po ito 2025. It was such an amazing event. Ayan. So let's hope na meron pa po tayong mga ganito pang mga events in the future, okay? So ang dami kong sinasabi. So let's start. Okay, let me see in the chat. Can you please comment ready? At palalabasin ko lang yung pusukat. Oh, hold on. Wait lang, kasi nakalock siya dito sa aking bahay. Hold on. Outside? Okay, perfect. Ang dami ko mga pinagsasabi. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview para ma-understand nyo lang yung role of an SMM and para makita nyo lang din ano ba yung mga opportunities. Bakit nga ba may mga nagper-pursue ng SMM, okay? So first and foremost, why did I choose to become a social media marketer? I did mention kanina na this was not my first choice. This was not my first service. It was not my first niche. So why did I choose to become an SMM? Knowing na wala naman akong formal background sa SMM, sa social media. Now, I always have kasi this strong creative side and meron talaga akong interest sa visual arts. Pero the most important factor why I decided to pursue social media marketing is because I'm always fascinated with how marketing influences decision making. Kasi I've seen how I became a loyal follower of a brand simply because I could resonate with them. Okay? Nakita ko yung sarili ko kung paano ako nabubudol na, oh my gosh, especially kunyari in-endorse ng favorite artist ko. Or if nakita ko na, ay, ang ganda. Lalo pag nakita yun, di ba, si Jomar sa TikTok, yung hinahampas-hampas niya na payong, na grabe naman yung pinagdaanan ng payong na yun, pero matibay pa rin siya. Yung mga ganon, di ba? So sabi ko, shucks, parang babay ko na yun, yung mga ganyan. So the reason why I wanted a career in it was because I started seeing all this amazing, yung mga innovative and creative things na ginagawa ng mga brands to capture yung attention ng audience nila. And as a creative person myself, sabi ko, I knew that this was the kind of career in which I could combine yung artistic abilities ko with strategic thinking. And since heavy user na naman ako ng social media, kumbaga marketing unfolds before my eyes and I just want to know more. And for most of you guys here, ganun din po kayo, you are already exposed to marketing, to social media. We are just discounting the fact that you are not offering it as a service. Kaya feeling nyo, ay, hindi ako pwede mag-SMM or something. Meron kasi tayo, I forgot the term, but it's something that ang sinasabi nila is we discount the fact that we are so familiar with one thing na feeling natin it's not valuable to other people. So for example, since you are a social media user, alam mo kung paano mag-scroll sa TikTok, you know how to create a profile, alam mo kung paano mag-repost, alam mo kung paano yung gamitin yung search result, alam mo kung paano gamitin yung hashtag. Those are already small skills na for a normal non-techie client, that is overwhelming already. Okay? Right now, it feels so small kasi you are exposed sa bubble of freelancers, of experts, of people who are actually doing it already. Okay? Pero based on research, ang dami pa pong hindi pa nga gumagamit ng TikTok or wala pa sa TikTok or hindi pa gumagamit ng AI. It's just that sa bubble natin, okay, lahat tayo exposed na sa ChatGPT, lahat tayo exposed na sa TikTok, lahat tayo marunong nang gumawa ng ganito o marunong gumamit ng AI. But there's so many people out there in the world na hindi pa po alam yung mga ganun. Okay? So this is my reminder to you guys to really do a heavy assessment of your skills kasi it's not just about kailangan drastic or sobrang mega amazing yung mga skills nyo when you first start out. There's so many clients out there na even if ang knowledge mo pa lang for a certain task is level 1 or level 2, merong clients dyan na level -1, -2, yung mga ganon. Okay, so you can start helping those clients kahit na malilinggit pa lang yung mga alam ninyo, okay? We need more people to take that first step. Okay? And we hope na itong GVA nyo will be the last training. Charot lang. Hindi pa pala, umattend pa kayo ng mga iba pa. Hindi na umattend kinabukasan, no? Sabihin ng mga kung sabihin sa akin ni Mary Rose, bakit wala nang umattend? Sabi po kasi ni Coach, wag na po kami umattend. But I hope na ito na po, maging decided na kayo na ito na talaga. Okay? Mamaya, bili ng course. I know that because I was a course hoarder myself. Ang dami ko rin pong pinagbibiling mga course. Ang point ko lang dito is, ito na yon, okay? You guys are ready already. Okay? So, ilaban natin siya. So, here are more of my personal reasons. Ano ba yung mga perks of being an SMM? So, number 1 is the flexibility and freedom. So, wala pong time trackers dito and my office can literally be anywhere. So, I did spend 30 days sa beach. So, nag-Siquijor, Cebu, Bohol, tapos back to Siquijor, 30 days. Hindi ko rin po alam kung bakit ko yun ginawa. Anong pumasok sa isip ko? But I was with my friend, si Nia. And 30 days kaming nasa labas. My goodness. So, doon ko talaga na-experience. Although kasi kaming grupo, pag lumalabas kami, mahina na siguro yung 1 week na nasa labas kami. Pag nagka-travel. Pero that was the first time that I experienced 30 days na nasa labas ako. Like, what am I doing? That was such an amazing experience. So, doon ko talaga na-feel, ganito pala, hindi ko na ito uulitin. But no. I mean, it was such an amazing experience. So, yun nga. Dahil nga, I can literally work anywhere, basta lang may internet. That was really, parang ang dami ko natutunan sa sarili ko. And parang ang sarap lang sa feeling na, alam mo, yung mga nakikita nyo sa movie, sa series, naglabas na siya ng laptop. Tapos parang, oh my gosh, I'm living the dream. Okay? So, ganyan, ang saya. So, I am very privileged and blessed na yung mga clients ko, wala silang mga pa-time tracker. Pero I know na meron po na naka-time tracker din. So, it's just a matter of maybe deciding who you want to work with. Yun din po yung kagandahan of being a freelancer, of being a virtual assistant, of being a remote worker. You get to also choose who you want to work with. So, compare natin yun when you apply sa corporate, di ba? So, you are assigned a specific team, a specific manager, a specific LOB, a specific branch of science, kung saan ka man maa-assign, di ba? But with being a VA, a freelancer, you get to also choose. Alam ko sa umpisa, we are desperate just to have that client. Pero as you go through this journey, magkakaroon po kayo ng mga filters, magkakaroon kayo ng mga ways to really check sino ba yung gusto niyo makatrabaho. That is why nung nag-decide ako na, shucks, parang ayokong mag-pursue o magtuloy-tuloy as a transaction coordinator. Parang ayoko nung ganito. Doon ko napagdesisyonan na mas gusto ko palang katrabaho yung nasa marketing side or yung mga may design o kaya may strategy, yung talagang nakikita ko, okay, ito yung mga kailangan nating i-produce this month, ito yung mga campaigns na gagawin natin, versus yung pag-handle ng mga paperworks from buyer to seller, ganyan. So iba-iba naman po tayo. But that's the beauty of yung sinabi ko kanina na we need more people to take that first step para matest nyo, para makita ninyo, is this something na ipapursue ko ba? Is this something na talagang gusto ko? Because one thing that I wanted to share with you guys, niche is not something that you just pick from a tree. Okay? Nagkakaroon kayo ng clarity as you go through it, as you experience more things. Kasi when I started my freelance journey, hindi ko naman talaga pa alam. Okay? And I did not decide and I did not create a portfolio or a website na I am a transaction coordinator. Okay, I just wanted to experience it, and then nung nakakuha ko na experience, parang, hindi pala to sa akin. Okay, I spent 8 months of my life there, and I'm so grateful for that. Pero sabi ko, siguro I need to pursue something else. And then that is when naging SMM na po tayo. And another thing that I love about being an SMM is the ability for you guys to handle more clients. Wala pong moonlighting dito, okay? Kasi ang kagandahan nito, guys, is you can create the content by batch. Pwede nyo siyang schedule ng isang bagsakan. So that enables me to handle multiple clients. Okay? So ang nangyayari po dito is that the heavy work is usually done at the beginning of the project, wherein mag-research kayo, magpe-prepare kayo, ano ba alamin niyo yung business ni client, and then you would brainstorm, mag-strategize kayo ng content, and then if you're able to establish your content pillars, kung ano ba yung mga topics na gagawa niyo ng content, it would actually be parang iteration na lang, optimize nyo na lang. If kailangan yung i-pivot yung strategy nyo, you would do so. Pero yung heavy lifting is mostly done at the beginning of the project. Okay? And then all throughout the project is just maintaining, making sure na okay yung mga campaigns ninyo. And if meron mga ipapagawang or ilo-launch na bagong product or service yung client, syempre gagawa niyo ng bagong strategy. But everything is tied up dun sa initial na ginawa ninyong process when you started the project. That is why 54 po ang clients ko ngayon. Hala, sobrang okay. Pero that enables mga SMMs to handle more clients kasi nga, once na we usually do the heavy work at the end of the month kasi kailangan mag-send ng reports, ipapakita natin sa client what worked and what we need to change sa susunod na month. And then we also need to prepare na yung content for the following month. Okay? So yan po yung usually na parang mabigat na time every month. And then after that, move on to the next. Ganon. And if you have, let's say, 2 to 3 clients in the same industry, diba, you have already a deeper understanding. Okay, ano ba yung mga, what kind of content works for this kind of industry? Diba? So mas madali. So it's a matter of time management and also yung systems ninyo na would enable you to handle more clients. When I started kasi, syempre maliliit pa lang yung mga projects that I was handling, so I needed more clients. Pero as I gained more experience, mas lumaki yung package ko, mas naging juicy yung package ko. So hindi na siya, ang labanan ngayon is more clients. Ang labanan natin ngayon is pang matagalang clients, okay? So, speaking of pang matagalan, yun lang din po ang isa pa sa pinaka nagustuhan ko sa SMM because it's long-term. Hindi po kasi siya one-off task. Ang social media kasi, it really requires long-term strategy. Hindi after a week may 10K followers na kagad si client. Hindi after a month meron na kagad siyang ganitong klaseng engagement. Diba? So that means na you can have financial stability. I know that a lot of you are hearing na naku, hindi stable sa SMM, ay sa pagiging freelancer. Ay, hindi stable yan kasi ganito pwede kayo. That is true. That is definitely true. But that is the same for any other business. Diba? Freelancing, being a general virtual assistant is a business. Customers come and go. Diba? Kayo ba, pagpunta kayo ng Jollibee kayo forever. Diba? Hindi naman. Magta-try din kayo ng mga different things. That's business. Okay? So, yun po yung kailangan maintindihan natin dito. I know that ang perception natin na kapag nag-freelance kayo is it's a work from home. Hindi po siya work from home. You are running your business. Okay? I'm so passionate with this because running a business means you have to really prepare yourself. Pag nagbukas ka ba ng restaurant, hindi mo lalagyan ng chairs and tables. Diba, i-equip mo yung kailangan may plato kayo, kailangan lahat yung kompletos recados. So once you have that kind of mindset, when you start your journey, you know that you have to equip yourself. You know that you have to do the work, diba, before you actually come to a client. Pero it doesn't have to be super perfect. Lahat po ng mga brands out there, diba, yung Jollibee, yung McDo, nung nagsimula sila, pangit pa yung logo nila, ganito lang yung setup ng restaurant nila. Pero as they habang tumatagal, nai-improve na nila. Diba? So lahat po ng mga businesses out there ganun. Nagsimula sa tsaka lang na website, hanggang sa naka-afford na sila ng graphic designer, in-improve na nila yung branding nila, nagkaroon na sila ng strategies, so maayos na yung mga kung ano-ano nila sa business. We just need a lot of you guys to try. Okay, to put it out there para as you have it there, nakikita nyo na, okay, ito pala yung mga babaguhin ko. Right? So, going back to another, the perk of being an SMM na, yung long-term ties niya. So, that means na whenever I onboard a new project, ang minimum po talaga nun is 6 months. Kasi I would just say, I would explain and educate my client na building brand awareness actually takes 6 months to a year. So, kailangan they are patient enough and they understand that para when they sign the contract, they know na they have to stick with you for 6 months or even a year para makita nila yung mga strategies natin. Para makita nila, okay, this is what's going on after 3 months. Okay, pwede na tayo mag-ads and then after another 3 months, okay, pwede na tayo mag-ganito. So, ang dami po natin pwedeng gawin. Okay? And portfolio and reputation building. So when I started as an SMM, ang alam ko lang po noon is mga Canva templates. I didn't even know how to create mga captions, ganyan. Kasi for me, hindi naman ako magaling magsulat. Ayoko nga ng mga essay, mga ganyan. Kasi that is just too much for me. My brain cannot handle. Pero, sabi ko, kailangan eh. Di ba kapag nagpo-post ka, di ba may caption? Right? So sabi ng client ko, gawin mo na rin ang caption. Sabi ko, sige, inaral ko na lang siya. Hanggang sa natutunan ko yung paglalagay ng hashtag, yung paggamit ng hook. Diba? So first sentence, kailangan ma-hook na sila para i-read more nila, o kaya i-swipe nila. And then, sa susunod na client ko, mas maganda na yung package ko kasi kaya ko nang gumawa ng design sa Canva, tapos kaya ko pang mag-caption. So, syempre, in-increasean ko na yung rate ko sa kanya. So, when I started, around $3 lang ata yun. Tapos sa susunod ko naging $5 na. Tapos nag-switch na ako to packaging, yung to package, to monthly package or retainer. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung financial stability. Kasi I was able to package it in a way na makikita nila kailangan every month. Para na siyang subscription. Diba? Kapag bibili kayo ng tool, kaya ChatGPT, o kaya ng ClickUp, para continuously magamit yung tool, you need to pay for a subscription. So, ako naman, para continuous yung pag-create natin ng content, kailangan naka-contract ka. Okay? So, ayan po yung mga personal perks po natin. Alright? And then, now, I wanted to share with you guys what's in it for you. Bakit nga ba kailangan you guys are aware or just have an idea, kumbaga, of SMM or social media overall. Kasi po, ano ba yan? Nasa naman tayo? Ayan yun, ba't skip ko? Okay. So, ang sabi dito, freelancing can be very profitable business, but it can be tough to get started. So, one of the best ways for you guys to get started is by using social media to market your services. Okay? So, I know maraming parang nag-struggle to find clients or to put themselves out there. And that is really a struggle, especially now na ang dami na po talagang GVAs, ang dami na nagiging freelancers and stuff, di ba? But, mas marami pa rin po ang demand. Okay? So, ilaban po natin yan. Kahit na may recession, kahit na ano man ang nangyayari sa buong mundo, there will still be demand because they would not hire local employees, but they would hire remote workers. And dyan po tayo pumapasok. Okay? Alam po nila yan. Alam po ng mga clients yan. So, they would want their business to continue. Magka-cost cutting sila siguro from hiring local, but they would still want the quality work, diba? So they would hire from us. They would hire mga remote workers. So ilaban po natin. So, speaking of paano nga ba natin i-market yung social media, ang ating services. So, based sa Pioneer and GCash study, ang sabi dito that Facebook is the #1 source of jobs for freelancers. Okay? This is comparing, tignan niyo yung Upwork. So, Upwork is only 16% versus 50% sa Facebook. So, yung mga Facebook groups, kapag pwede kayong gumawa ng Facebook page nyo, ganyan. So, as long as you guys are promoting your services sa Facebook, sa social media, and people know what you're doing, more chances of them referring. Okay, more chances of them really, okay, ito pala, pag nagbigay siya sa akin ng valuable na insight about my social media. yung mga ganyan. So, ang dami pong mga opportunities sa Facebook. You really just have to be patient and do your due diligence. Alam ko po na ang dami pong mga scam sa mga nagme-message sa WhatsApp, sa mga ganyan. Ang daming-daming mga nakikita ko sa mga Facebook groups na legit po ba to itong opportunities na to? Isyo nga naman kasi, you have to do your due diligence. Kailangan i-double check nyo. Diba? Meron tayong mga Facebook groups. Tulad na mag-ask tayo kapag pinapabayad kayo, huwag nang ganon. Okay? So you have to double check nyo yung website, i-double check nyo, okay, ano ba yung nangyayari dito sa offer na to, bakit kailangan gamitin yung account ko, yung mga ganon. Okay? So the more na you guys are exposed to this kind of mga practices, at least mas alam niyo na yung mga nangyayari. But still, ang dami pa rin pong mga opportunities sa Facebook. And ang dami pong nakaka-convert sa Facebook because mas less yung resistance. Yung mga clients kasi na nandyan, usually they ask or meron silang concern about their business. And then if nakapag-comment ka, nakapagbigay ka ng advice, okay, hindi pa naman nila iniisip na mag-hire sila. Siguro nasa isip na nila, but they haven't really created a job post or something. Pero you are able to provide a solution for them. And kapag nag-pitch ka sa kanila, kasi that is what I did. So nag-pitch ako sa kanila, I was able to onboard a client without even going through an interview. Nag-chat lang kami, hey, I saw that you posted this. So nagbigay ako sa kanya ng advice. And then if you want, we can hop on a quick call. And then maybe you can tell me more about your business. So pinakwento ko lang siya. My goal was just to be exposed for me to talk to a client again para lang magkaroon ako ng ganong exposure ulit kasi it's been a while bago ko nakapag-usap sa mga clients. Sabi ko, let's hop on a call. Nakinig lang ako. My goal was not to really close that client. My goal is just to diagnose ano ba yung problema nito. So, hindi siya naging hard selling. So, the client felt that. And most of the time, mas nakaka-close ako ng mabilis kapag nasa Facebook. Kasi when I go to Upwork or any mga job sites, nakaka-overwhelm yung mga job descriptions. Okay? But it doesn't stop me from still applying. Okay? So, inilalaban pa rin po natin yan. And eto nga, sabi dito sa study na to is that many Filipinos reported na yung referrals nila is galing talaga sa free, I mean yung referrals is sila din. Kaming grupo, kami din yung nagbabatuhan. So iba-iba din may mga mentors, iba-iba kami ng mga specialty. So pag yung isa, meron ka bang kaya nagtatanong kami sa mga interns, meron ka bang marirecommend na bookkeeper kasi my client needs a bookkeeper. Ako kasi diba, I'm an SMM. So ang unang-unang tatanungan ko is yung mga interns na namin. Sino yung mga mentees natin na pwede na? Okay, kami. Oh, are you available? Kasi ang kailangan nitong client ko is yung expert levels. Kapag ang kailangan ni client is yung okay lang sa kanila yung beginner, then we will pull from the mentees. Diba? Pero if kami rin, ganun yung nangyayari. So, meron ako yung tawag dito, yung si Coach Gracia, pares kaming nasa isang, hindi under one company. Diba? Sa isang agency. So, nakakatuwa lang na kami rin mismo yung nagtutulungan. So, you need to put yourself out there. You need to take your spot. Kailangan alam po ng mga tao that this is what you wanted to do so that matutulungan din kayo. Okay? And then, another statistic that I wanted to share here, kasi as business have moved online, yung social media marketing is really more than super important na ngayon, right? Kasi a lot of the businesses, yung mga nagsasabi na I am not going to do online work, who would have thought na the pandemic would stop all operations, diba? So, and for sure you guys have seen and felt the shift, diba? Yung mga, how do we pay our bills ngayon, diba? Through GCash na lang. Usually, what we did was pipila pa tayo sa mga bayad center, diba? Yung sa groceries, yung sa tapat, kailangan doon tayo magbabayad ng bills. Ngayon, through GCash na lang tayo magbayad ng bills. Right? And kapag bibili tayo, madalas nagpapadeliver na lang tayo. Okay? The world has shifted ever since nagkaroon ng pandemic. Right? And a lot more is shifting. Kasi ano na pong meron naman ngayon? Yung AI naman. Diba? So, ang dami, the rise of AI. So, ang projection ng ating market ng mundo is pa-digital ng pa-digital siya. So, ang use of social media will be critical for engaging existing customers and reaching new audiences, especially pag magbe-build ng trust and loyalty. Okay? So, yung pinakita ko sa inyong activity kanina about the different brands, that was nung before pandemic pa. Okay? Na gumagamit pa sila ng radio, ng newspaper, ang dami pa, iba pa yung mga tactics before. Pero ngayon kasi ang labanan natin is more on social media. And if may budget, magkakaroon ng marketing wherein i-invite yung mga influencers, magkakaroon sila ng experience sa hotel, yung mga ganon. But most of the time, especially kapag startup yung brand, social media po talaga yung first thing na they would be using. Okay? So, ayan. Any questions so far before we proceed to the next topic? Clear po ba? Let me know in the chat if clear naman so far. Okay, okay. Ayan. Perfect, perfect. Clear naman. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you for all the reacts. Okay, heart keeps sending hearts. Ayan, okay. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, I want to know if you guys, is there anyone here who feels na ang SMM might not be for you because you don't see yourselves as creative? To be honest po, sino po sa inyo yung feeling nyo na, oh, parang hindi ko ata carry yung, ano ba yung unang-unang pumapasok sa isip nyo muna before you answer that? Ano yung unang-unang pumapasok sa isip nyo kapag sinabing SMM o kaya social media management, social media marketing? Ano yung unang-unang pumapasok sa isip nyo? Ano yung ginagawa ba ng mga SMM? Bukod sa pa-scroll-scroll lang sa Facebook, talagang sasakaling ko ang magsabi. Chares. Mag-handle ng social media, yes, video editing. Should be creative, sabi ni Raquel. Graphics. Kailangan creative. Ayan. Can influence, engaging. Sabi ni John, mataba ang utak. Grabe naman, mataba-tabang utak. Sure ba yun? Parang ibang mataba sa akin. Chares. Clarice, ads. Engage sa nagko-comment. Di po ako magaling sa gano'n, sabi ni Leilani. Okay, so, ayan. So, usually nga, ang unang-unang pumapasok sa isip ng mga tao is kailangan creative ka pag SMM. So, sino naman sa inyo ang feeling nyo, hindi ito pumasok sa isip nyo na parang hindi ko i-pursue ang SMM kasi hindi nga ako creative. Sige nga, let me see. Sino po yung feeling nyo, ay, mukhang sabay tayo, kaya mag-GBA tayo para safe, Sino yung mga, ay, dito muna ako. Ayan, si Princess, si Julie, si Trisha, si Joanna, si Leslie. And feeling ko marami pa sa inyo. Di ba? Ayan, so sabi nga ni Trisha, safe sa GVA. Which is true naman. Ganyan din naman talaga nagsisimula eh. Di ba? You just wanted to test the waters if this is something na, ay, pwede ko pala itong i-give, pwede ko pala itong i-provide na service. Ayan. Di po creative, pero interested. Okay. So ngayon, binigyan ko kayo ng mga statistics kanina, di ba? Mahilig tayo sa mga ganyan eh, para alam nyo hindi ako paloko-loko dito. So ngayon, tingnan natin ang etymology. Gusto niyo yun? Ano ba ang etymology ng creative? O, di ba? Tari naman ng session na to. Mamaya mag-mathematics tayo, ha? So ang creative po comes from the Latin verb, prayer. Prayer. Meaning to create or to make. So, ang ibig sabihin po ng creative is the ability to make something new or useful. Ayan, okay? So, most people kasi, katulad nga nung diniscuss natin kanina, think of creative as art, design, kailangan magaling ka mag-draw, mag-paint, mag-edit ng video, o kaya kailangan magaling ka sa colors, magaling ka sa Canva, sa Photoshop. But creativity didn't start in the art room. Okay? Nag-start po yan sa brain. Okay? So, ang goal natin is for you guys to see creativity differently. Okay? It's a mindset as a way of thinking, not just something for creative people. Okay? So, ang real meaning po ng creativity is that it actually, it wasn't actually even a fancy word until atong 20th century na lang. Before, people used creation only for physical making. Kunyari, carpentry, pag may i-invent sila o kaya may isusulat sila na novel or something. So creativity simply means yung ability ninyo to make something new or useful. That's it. It's not artistic talent, not design skill, just thinking differently. Okay? So, let's travel back to World War II. O, gusto nyo to? History? O, di ba? History. Okay. So, ngayon, sa World War II, okay, you might think na war is the last place to find creativity. Tama? But it was actually one of the most creative periods in history. Let me tell you why. Kasi yung mga pilots had to think fast. So, yung mga pilots, syempre, bang, 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 barilan, di ba? So, nung time naman na yung wala pang radyo and grabe yung weather, di ba? It was a poor weather and ang daming mga kalaban. So, ang daming mga enemy planes all around them. So, when the manuals failed, they had to create a new way to survive. So, one of the most famous stories nung World War II about about aircraft is yung nagka-crash sila. So, yung mga pilots were crashing even when nothing was wrong. Okay naman yung engine. It turns out pala, the problem was not mechanical. It was how yung, ito, ang tawag dito? Cockpit ba to? O basta kung anong tawag dyan? Yung control gears. Itong pang drive. Ayan. The controls. Okay? Yung controls for yung landing gear, yung wing flaps, pareha sila ng itsura. So, yung mga pilots, they were accidentally pulling yung yung mali na lever. Kasi kanyari, ito, nakikita nyo tong, wait lang. Ano ba yan? Nagmamadali naman, saglit. Nakita nyo to, itong dalawang red. Diba? Yung isa dyan is pang take off, yung isa is pang, kung ano man siya. So, magkamukha sila. Diba? So, magkamukha sila ng itsura. So, ngayon, ang nangyari is they had to actually fix that. Okay, someone came up with a simple yet creative solution na palitan natin yung isa gawin natin pink, yung isa gawin natin red, o kaya gawin natin blue. O kaya palitan natin, lagyan natin ng sticker. Sticker na noon. Basta hindi ko lang ginawa. Basta yung isa lagyan natin ng star, yung isa triangle. Ganyan, para lang ma-differentiate natin. And that small creative change saved countless lives. And another story about itong mga piloto na to sa World War II is that they had to apply creative thinking kasi they have to maneuver their plane. Okay? So kapag may paparating na bala, kailangan ililipat nila ng gano'n. Wala naman pang tutorial dati, okay, ganito mag-drive ng plane. Hindi naman tayo yung tipo nakapag-practice tayo sa arcade. Ang ganito pala mag-swerve. Swerve ba yung tawag doon? Ewan ko, basta yung di ba? Basta nag-drive ka ng plane, di ba? Nagpapalipad ka ng plane. So, you had to apply that kind of thinking. So, that only proves that no art degree is required. Just observation, empathy, and creative thinking. All right? Now, creativity is not just what you see. It's what you think. Okay? And I'm telling you this because hindi na para maging normal lang kayo na SMM. Ang labanan po natin ngayon is you have to be better than all the rest of SMMs out there. Why? Because of the rise of AI. Lahat po ng mga ginagawa, to be honest, ng SMM, there is already an AI tool for that. Who doesn't sleep, who doesn't make mistakes. So ngayon, ang labanan natin is you have to apply creative thinking so that your clients can see na it's still worth hiring a human to actually do the work versus just using an AI tool. Okay? So ever since I'm doing my training, hindi ako para lang sabihin sa inyo, okay, you do this, do that. Pwede niyo i-Google yan. Okay? But I'm giving you something else that would make you stand out. This would be your edge. Okay? From all other people, from all other service providers. And you can use this whatever service you want to pursue. Okay? Kahit even if sobrang amazing ng session na to, hindi nyo pa rin gusto i-pursue ang SMM, that's fine. You can still use whatever learning you have from this session if you wanted to pursue being a bookkeeper, being a GVA. Kasi you can apply creative thinking whatever your niche or industry or service na you wanted to offer. Okay? So I wanted to discuss this so that you guys can see na, okay, Creative thinking pala is about how I think about things. Okay? Now, every business has its own battlefield. Kahit na um, magkakaiba tayo ng industry. Okay? Yung iba nasa health, yung iba nasa car racing, yung isa real estate agent. Lahat ng business may own battlefield. Whether it be algorithm change, nag-change your attention span, nagkakaroon ng recession, nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang demand sa market, di ba? Pero ang role mo as a service provider is not just to provide a service. It's not just to create a post or something. You need to be able to understand exactly paano mo ba matutulungan yung client mo. So as an SMM, ang goal mo dito is for you to figure out, okay, what will make people stop scrolling? Ano ba yung dapat na message na meron tayo sa mga content natin? How can we say this differently than everyone else? Right? And that is creativity. It's not just all about colors and fonts, but strategic thinking. And if you want to be great at social media marketing, you need to understand that creativity is 80% strategy and thinking, and 20% lang po yung design. And if you're still not comfortable with designing, you can outsource the design to a graphic designer or to a video editor. Okay? Pero the creative thinking, all of this, kailangan po yan na comfortable kayo. Okay? You need to be able to understand that. And for me to be able to explain this, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of the life cycle of a social media marketing project para may idea kayo. Ganun pala yung nangyayari. Para rin makapag-decide kayo, shucks, ang dami palang nangyayari in between. Akala ko design lang po tayo. So again, my goal here is for you guys to stand out from all other service providers kasi you understand the entirety of the project. You know how you can walk through the client's project. If tinanong kayo ni client, kahit pagbalik-balik ta rin man ng sitwasyon, alam mo na yes, that is part of the situation. And it's really common for campaigns to fail. That is why we have this long-term contract so that we can test and experiment on different campaigns. We have so many content pieces. We can try carousels, we can try original posts, we can try reels, we can try short form, long form videos, we can try you doing live. So ang dami pong mga different things na you can test, diba? That is why if you understand the project, kahit ano pa man yung itanong sa inyo ng mga clients niya sa interview or sa discovery call, you know how to answer them. And to be honest, ang dami po sa atin dito kapag nag-one-on-one coaching ako na sobrang kinakabahan with discovery call or client interviews. And that is because you don't have the confidence na you can push through the entire project. Ang confidence po kasi comes from competence. If you feel that you are competent to do the project, regardless kung ano man yung iba to sa inyong question, you know how to handle that. Kapag sinabi ni client, I have already handled an SMM before, it didn't really work. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that through your social media. And that one thing that I can say is there was not enough engagement as well. So the goal for us is to really get into your business, understand why your business exists in the first place, and then we create strategies around that so that every touch point of our marketing is aligned to your business goals. Ganyan na, pang Miss Universe na yung mga sagutan mo. Okay? And this is something that I created or create ko siya all throughout my career as an SMM. So it took me 5 years to really understand the project. Because when I started out, I didn't have this. I wasn't trained na kailangan ganito yung maging process. I wanted to share this with you guys so that you have an idea. Okay, ganito pala ang kailangan nating i-prepare. But you don't have to provide this all in one go. Nung nagsimula ako, di ba katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, I was just offering the design. And then nadagdagan na siya ng content, ng caption, and then eventually nakita ko na shucks, hindi pala enough na post lang ako ng post. And then that is when I became super interested about strategy. Sabi ko, I need to do something else. Kasi itong pagpo-post ko, it's not working. And then doon na pumasok yung strategy development until I was able to create this entire package or itong buong marketing project na to. So I wanted to share this with you guys so that you can understand the different phases and you can decide for yourself if this is something that you wanna offer. Okay? So the first phase is the discovery and analysis. Something that I wanted you guys to be comfortable with is to do client consultations or strategy calls or kickoff calls with your clients. Remember that you are running a business. Usually, if you are running a business, you want to make sure that you serve your clients well, di ba? So meron dyan kapag pumasok kayo sa hotel, di ba? Hello, talagang tatanungin muna yung mga details ninyo. Oh, are you here for vacation or for work? Di ba? Ganyan yung mga nasa reception. Talagang chichika-chikahin kayo. Ganyan. Talagang aalamin nila. Okay, so will you be having an anniversary? Meron ba tayong event? Kasi pagdating nyo dun sa kwarto nyo, nakaset up siya. Diba? Pang bang-bang, ganyan. So, ganun yung mga eksena. So, I want you to apply that kind of thinking dito sa services natin as a freelancer, as a general virtual assistant, because, again, you are running a business. So, phase 1 is for you to do client consultations. Para kayong magiging doktor. You first diagnose. You would see if, ang discovery call is for you to determine if talagang match ba kayo ni client. Okay? For you to diagnose if you can be the person that can help their business. So, intindihin nyo muna, ano ba yung goals mo, client? Ano ba, sino ba yung gusto nating kausapin? Sino ba yung kailangan nating tulungan? Okay, for your business, what is the solution that you are offering? And then, once you have that, you can do market analysis. Intindihin nyo muna what is actually happening in the industry. Okay? You don't need to be an expert dun sa industry ni client. So, ito rin po yung one of the of really getting started as a freelancer is para makita nyo rin anong industry ba, anong type of clients ba yung gusto nyo makatrabaho. Diba? So, ako, pwede pa rin naman ako makapag-work sa mga real estate agents, diba? Pero SMM na siya. So, nung time na yon, diba, nag-start ako as a transaction coordinator for a real estate agent. Pero that was on the admin side. And then I also reached out kasi yun na yung na-expose ako diba? That type of client. So ako, yung first client ko rin nun, pero as an SMM na, was also a real estate agent. Kasi familiar na ako about yung selling, buying, yung mga ganun. Until na-discover ko yung nasa beauty industry, na-discover ko yung mga online coaches, yung mga ganyan. So, yun na rin po yung magiging exposure nyo to different kinds of industry, different kinds of clients, is to put yourself out there para you can see, ay, mas gusto kong katrabaho actually, mga real estate agent, ganyan. Kasi gusto nila lagi silang nasa labas, gusto nila usap-usap sila sa mga clients, ganyan, diba? Kaya naman gusto ko ang mga kausap ko is yung mga online coaches, yung mga clients ko mga online coaches, ganyan. Kasi ganito sila. Yan, okay? So you develop that kind of understanding through researching, through checking ano ba yung mga nangyayari sa market, and i-check nyo din yung mga competitors, i-identify nyo na actually, yung dentists dito sa area natin, hindi sila active sa social media. So this is a perfect opportunity para we can capture the market within the area, na alam nila that there is a dentist here na Gen Z, o kaya may dentist dito na ganito yung offer, may dentist dito na may payment plan, yung mga ganyan. And then, usually, we start with a social media audit. Ito, I usually do this para meron akong edge. For example, if nakita ko na ang dami ng applicants, I usually give them a social media audit para yung portfolio ko, aside from my portfolio, makikita nila na I have a customized audit dun sa business cap mismo nila. So if the job post includes yung website or yung socials ng client, I usually go there and really double check ano na bang nangyayari dito sa social media ng client. And if I see opportunities, ay, pwede to, pasok to sa banga. So, ilalagay ko yun dun sa mismong offer ko, o dun sa mismong application. Okay? And most of the time, that actually helps me close the client kasi nakikita nila na it's just not a template na paulit-ulit yung ginagamit sa lahat. Okay? And then we move to the second phase, which is the strategy development. So, dito na po is where we really define, okay, ano po ba yung gusto nyo mangyari, client, for the next 3 months, for the next 6 months? Magla-launch kasi ako ng bagong program. So, we need to prepare for that. Ganito, ganyan. Okay, So how much po yung kailangan nating ma-enroll na students, ganyan, ganyan. Okay, ito yung dapat nating mabenta. This is the sales, the target, ganyan. Para you can create a foundation, a benchmark kung paano ba natin i-strategize yung magiging content natin. And then, pag-usapan nyo ngayon, okay, client, content strategy tayo. Ano ba yung types of content na carry mo? Kunyari, ang client mo is very introvert, hindi yan siya willing mag-video. Okay, carry ka ba na mag-hire tayo? O kaya naman, baka naman pwedeng voice over ka na lang. So, ipapakita mo lang yung products, ganyan-ganyan. Sabihin niya talaga, naku, hindi talaga tayo pasok sa video. Okay. So, ang next natin is more on pictures, more on carousels tayo. Yan, i-define yan ngayon. Okay? Because iba-iba po ng pag-consume ng content ang mga tao. Yung iba, most of the time, ako, I really love videos. Kaya nga din nag-boom ang TikTok, di ba? Kasi in just a few seconds, you get to know, okay, ito ba yung ibig sabihin ng video na to? Ganito ba, di ba? What used to take us 15 to 20 minutes sa isang YouTube video, sa TikTok, in just a minute, alam na natin. Diba? Kapag hahanap tayo ng tutorial, paano ba to i-set up? Usually, pupunta tayo sa YouTube, but because TikTok is there, and ilang seconds lang kailangan mabigay na kagad nila, sa TikTok na tayo nag-search. Tama? So, yun yung mga bagay-bagay na kailangan din i-advise natin sa client. Okay, so if we are not going to create videos, kailangan mag-picture ka na mag-picture. Kailangan marami akong assets na ganyan. So, i-define nyo ngayon ni client yun because that is going to affect yung content strategy nyo. Kunyari naman si client mo is e-com. So, marami siyang mga products marami siyang pictures ng products. Well, that's good. Meron ba tayo mga models na talagang hawak yung product o kaya suot-suot yung mga products para mas ma-visualize ng mga tao. So, i-define yan lahat. And pansin nyo guys, nasa phase 2 tayo pero we haven't started creating the content. Okay? So this is what I mentioned earlier, na 80% po is about strategy, creative thinking, and then 20% is mostly about creating the design. Okay? And then next, yung platform selection, you need to double check, okay, dapat ba nasa Facebook tayo? Dapat ba nasa TikTok tayo? Ang audience ba natin is mga Gen Z? So sige, TikTok tayo. Ang audience ba natin is mga decision makers? So okay, LinkedIn tayo. Yan. So kasama po yan lahat sa mga strategy. Okay? And then we move to phase 3. So this is the implementation. So this is where you wanted to optimize yung bio ni client. You wanted to make sure na meron silang optimized na banner, pare-parehas yung logo para alam ng mga tao, okay, etong brand na to, active sila sa both Facebook, Instagram, and sa mga iba pa mga social media platforms. And then, mas madali siyang ma-recognize. Okay? Kasi pare-parehas ng logo. And then, lalagyan nyo ng bio, ng link, yung mga ganon. And then, saka pa lang po tayo ngayon mag-create ng content. This is where you design, you develop the content itself, whether through Canva, through Photoshop, i-edit nyo yung video sa CapCut, or kung saan man. And then, you launch, you distribute the content. It's either organic, so ipopost sa social media, or mag-run kayo ng ads. Right? And then, you do the community management. So, dito na kayo mag-reply. If meron mga DMs or may mga comments, may mga questions, yan. And then the phases 4, 5, and 6 is mostly about monitoring and optimizing. Okay? So since yung sinabi ko kanina that this is a long-term project because you need to make sure that you are tracking and checking if effective ba yung ginagawa nyong campaign. Para sa susunod na month, you can suggest sa client, o client, etong past month, wala tayong video content. Ang baba ng engagement natin. Next month, I want you to create even 3 to 4 para every week kahit pa paano meron tayong isang video. And then nakita nyo the following month, okay, we are seeing the engagement rise up. So we need now to create more videos. Can you now produce 10 to 12 videos? So yun yung magiging goal and continuous nyo yan i-check ano ba yung naging effectiveness ng campaign para you can pivot if kailangan mang i-drop na yung, kunyari, we will no longer be creating carousel posts kasi mas maganda talaga yung tanggap ng videos. So, ganun yung magiging atake ninyo. And then that is where you would provide yung mga reports. Sabihan niyo si client na, hey, this is the performance metric, ito yung mga na-achieve natin, and these are the areas of improvement. It really needs to have your picture in here. If we are using stock photos, no one is engaging. But the moment that we use your picture, a lot of people are actually commenting because they want to see the real person behind the brand. People want to connect. They want to see that human connection. Diba? Pag may mga ganong insights, mas madali niyong ma-convince si client because it is based on data. Hindi lang kayo nag-uutos sa kanya na, "Oy, kailangan mong gumawa ng ganito," or "This is what you need to do. Ito yung mga kailangan mo i-submit." Right? So you are backing it up with actual data. Okay? So this is the life cycle of a social media marketing project. I go deeper into each of the phase sa ating SMM this coming Sunday. Ayan, if you want to do a deep dive, para naman pasok na pasok po kayo. If this is something that you feel na, oh my gosh, I think this is something that I can pursue, please go ahead and join po my class. So that is for only 999 pesos. Please make sure to use my code Elina Pinaka-Juicy. All right? So hindi na ata updated tong screenshot dito.
Sa'yo, bakit naman yan sinaunang panahon, B?
Kaya nga, hindi na updated. Sabi ko naman, ano ba to? Tingnan niya. Hindi na updated ang aking screenshot.
Screenshot na tisag ko sa'yo, Day.
Sobrang luma na. Pero yan. So, segue tayo dyan. And may internship po ang ating SMM. Okay? May internship yan. So, you would know how to create the strategy. You would know how to do an audit. Yung mga ganyan-ganyan. So, now, you are already aware, okay, of ano ba yung mga things that you can do as an SMM. But if you want a deep dive pa, diba? Sobra talaga, guys. We would go beyond concepts and discussion kasi meron tayong mga hands-on activities na ganyan na gagawin. Pero this Sunday kasi 1 full day yon. It's an intensive. Okay? So, isang buong 8 hours po yun. So, ngayon kasi, mabilis nga ako ngayon eh. Usually, 2 hours talaga yung session ko. But, eto kasi, very, very overview lang to. Okay? Sa session natin sa SMM, it's going to really dissect. Gusto niyo yun? Science tayo. It would dissect the entire social media project. As in, tuturuan ko kayo how to do the strategy and everything. Okay? So, any questions, guys? May questions po ba tayo? It's time for you to unmute. Mag-raise kayo ng hands if you have questions para tawagin ko kayo. And you can also add your questions dito sa chat. Okay? Go for the gold. Kamusta naman kayo dyan?
Paano magtatanong yung mga yan? Binigyan mo ng math, binigyan mo ng Greek lesson.
Correct.
Yung kakailan.
History tayo. Gusto niyo yan? Go, princess.
Magkano po yung, by package po ba yung ano kapag sa SMM? Like yung pricing niyo po?
Yes. So when I started, hourly rate pa ako. Pero as I gained experience, nag-build na ako ng package. So yung package is katulad nito. Yung ating, saan ba yung slides ko? Yung ating life cycle of an SMM project. So this is already your package. So i-include ninyo doon sa pag-breakdown ng services nyo na we will start with client consultation. I will analyze your business and then I will conduct competitor research. I will do social media audit and then we will define our strategy goals, our content strategy. I will do profile setup optimization and then creating of content that includes 20 pieces of content. Tapos I will be providing you the report. So ito, this is the package and depende doon sa package niyo kung gaano ka-intensive, kung gaano karaming brain cells yung gagamitin niyo, yung magiging rate niyo. When I started out, yung package ko was usually around 300. Sobrang baba nun for a month. But I suggest siguro wag nang bababa ng mga $500 a month kasi this is a very robust kind of project or package na yung iba nga wala namang reporting, wala namang research na involved, pero they are charging $800 to $1,000 per month. Ganyan. So you can definitely create packages. Okay? Question. Ayan. I hope I answered your question, Princess. Question from Jamie.
Thank you.
Yes. Pwede ko ba tapos? Yes, go. So mga mentees and interns, go ahead and submit. Wala naman akong nilagay na due date. So, laban. Laban, laban, laban. Okay. Ano pa? May question pa ba tayo? Gusto niyo yun? May robust? Ang dami nating lessons for today, right? We did history, we did science, we did statistics, econ. November 16 starts sa SM. Included po ba to sa VIP? Yes, Susan! You get all. You get me. Kapag po kayo ay VIP, you get everyone. Ha? All access yan. All
Everyone.
access. Binenta ko na yung mga mentors, no? You get everyone. Yan, kasama po yan. And that is the last session for this year. Bahala na kayo. Hindi na para magturo pa ako next month. Charis. Uy, may nagtaas ng hand. Sige pa, meron pa ba tayong question? Yes, Trisha.
Coach, SMM din po ba yung sa pag magla-live stream po?
The live stream?
The live stream?
Yes,
SMM din
anything,
po ba may hawak?
anything that has to do with social media. So, meron tayong mga local clients na, ako wala pero yung mga ibang SMMs na may mga local clients that included sa kanila yung live streaming, especially kapag yung mga 10-10, 11-11, kasama yan sa campaign. Right? So, marami po talaga nag-strategize about live streaming, lalo na yung mga pagda-design pa lang no ilalagay doon sa live stream, as yung magiging promotion, yung mga coupons, yan, lahat po yan, those are part of marketing, pero ang ginagamit natin yan through social media. So, pasok po yung live streaming doon. Okay? Pagla-live, kahit na wala kayong binibenta. Live streaming, pwede din sa ano ba yun, sa Discord. Saan pa ba nagla-live yung mga gamers? Kapag may clients kayo ng mga gamers na mga nagla-live stream, pasok din yun.
Sa Discord po, tsaka sa Twitch.
Ayun, Discord and Twitch. Yan. Oo. Pasok yan. Kasi yan yung mga platforms din yan na hinahandle ng mga SMMs. Okay?
Kanina sabi ko, Bab, yung mga nag-a-affiliate, ito kanina ko lang naisip bago maban yung TikTok account ko. Sabi ko, parang, alam mo yung mga nag-a-affiliate, yung mga what do you call this? Affiliate, tsaka yung mga gusto maging content creators or influencers, kailangan marunong talaga sila ng SMM eh. Hindi na lang
That is true. Kasi, guys, kaya yung sinabi ko kanina, yung mga learnings nyo sa SMM, yung foundations nyo sa marketing is going to be beneficial kahit ano man yung maging service nyo. Because the fact that you guys have this foundation would help para you know exactly ano yung pwede nyo maging value sa mga clients ninyo. Kasi marketing and sales, yun ang makakatulong para mag-survive yung business ng clients. Diba? So, if yung business ni client is tagilid na, di ba? Paano naman mabubuhay ang iba pang mga departments? So, ang marketing is yung pang-attract, right? And then yung sales is to convert. Yan. Coach, do you always use brand audit sa new client? Yes. So, yan talaga yung first step para meron kayong benchmark. Kasi ang hirap na laban lang ng laban. Ano ba yung ginawa before? Ano ba yung mga na-try niyo na before? Okay, ano ba yung current followers ngayon? Sino ba yung mga current followings? Ano ba yung naging engagement rate nila? Because those data would help you with your strategy para malalaman ninyo na, okay, we have tried this in the past. What if we do this time? So nakita natin na mas maganda talaga yung engagement nila kapag picture ni client yun nandun. So ang strategy mo nun is i-invite mo si client na gumawa ng content. So, social media audit is really going to help you check ano na ba yung nangyayari ngayon and ano pa yung pwede nating gawin. Question from, live pala tayo from Facebook. Hello to our OFW subscribers. Ilang social media platforms po minimum? It depends. Kasi ako, yung package ko, usually Facebook and Instagram lang talaga. Pero kasi, if I will just cross-post, kunyari sa LinkedIn, ika-cross-post ko lang sa YouTube, yung video, okay lang yon. But if it would be a completely different kind of strategy, you need to charge more for that. Kasi if cross-posting lang naman, kunyari, one content and then i-cross-post sa lahat ng mga available social media platforms ni client, that's fine kasi we have scheduling tools naman na would help us. So, usually, okay na ako sa ganun. But if it's super different, kunyari, iba yung atake natin sa LinkedIn, kailangan mas mga professional, kailangan document, o kaya kailangan blog. So, iba yung charge natin sa ganun. Okay? Thank you po. I got 100 points from that, from the brand audit. Yes! Very well done. And ang kagandahan po ng ating class is, ano po siya, may internship siya. And yung internship ko po is, hindi na kailangan mag-log in, log out. Talagang mag-submit lang kayo ng output. And I provide juicy feedback, okay? Na pwede nyo ilagay sa portfolio. Kaya ilaban nyo yan. So, again, ang last class po natin is this coming Sunday. So, that's 1 day intensive. And ganun na yung atake natin ngayon. Isang buong araw na tayo maglalabanan. Okay? And madugo po ang session natin. Gusto ko kasi pinahihirapan yung mga mentees ko. Para pag sumaba kayo sa clients, di ba? Kayang-kaya. May video recording naman po, di ba? 4 p.m. po kasi ang output. Yes, may video recording. Ano ang session natin? 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sabay pala sa finance at revenue. Yes, magpupuksaan. Magpupuksaan tayong lahat. Okay? Sabay-sabay ang mga mentors.
Ay, hindi ko na pwedeng ilipat yung klase ko, ha? Kasi palipad na ang team. Sa ano, yung mga VIPs, you guys can choose one na yung talagang gusto ninyo. Tapos, yung recordings panoorin ninyo after ng 2 other classes. Ganyan.
Correct. Mamili kayo. Kasi VIPs, you have access naman for a year. Pero sinasabi ko lang, last ko na yan. Bahala kayo.
Actually, ako din. Parang wala magkaklase na December sa atin.
Wala nang magkaklase. Bahala kayo dyan.
Tapos yung January class natin, parang lahat is first and second week lang. Dahil third week tayo ay muling lilipad. Lipad ang team na yan.
Lilipad tayo. Ayan pala, si Mentor. Ayan.
Ano
Another mentor. Kami ay magbobohol.
Yeah.
Next, sa Thanksgiving. So, lilipad ang team. Hanggang kailan po validity ng mga naka-enroll? So, ewan ko sa'yo, Leo. Dapat alam mo yan. Kailan ka ba nag-enroll?
1 year pa. Hindi. Actually, addition pa sila. Yung mga, hindi ko nga pwedeng i-anong talaga sila. Yung mamaya mo na i-anong.
Inisplok niya na.
Nakaloka ka, Leo. Sa 15 na, ito naman, sabi ko sa 15 natin pag-uusapan.
Secret daw yon. Ayan. So, may questions pa po ba about SMM? Sana makita ko kayo sa aking session this Sunday, guys. This is a very, very juicy session. Mag-VIP na kayo and then use my code, di na pinaka-juicy, para lahat yan ma-attenan nyo. Kasi sabay-sabay kami. Halos lahat, magkakaroon po talaga ng chance na magsasabay-sabay yung mga classes. So, the best way for you to catch the best Pokemon, mag-VIP kayo dahil sobrang gagaling ng mentors. Talagang, ay, grabe ka naman, Jay. Sabi Jay, magaling yan si ko. Sobrang juice. Mag-VIP na kayo, guys. Buti hindi nyo kasabayan ang legal at kasabihan ko sila, Trisha. Sabihin ko, Coach Ben, Coach, sabi ko, magsabay-sabay po tayo. We have a demand. Ayan.
Uy, alam mo, magandang idea yon, no? What if nga, isang buong araw maghapon, no? Paghahati-hatian natin. VIP, trip mo yun? Hindi naisip ko. Ngayon pala naisip yan. What if?
Parang VIP duguan, no? Shucks, anong gagawin ko sa life?
Sila ganyan. Alam mo pa, pinaka-naloloka akong pinagsasabay nila, ha? PPC at SEO.
Ay, oh my gosh. Si Gracia palang madugo na eh.
Sabi ko, anyari? Bakit?
Bakit niya pinahihirapan yung sarili niya ng gano'n? Charas. Oo, di ba? Ayan. Okay, nag-iinit na yung ulo ko kasi dinner na. Dami niyo pang etchos. Short lang. Kakain na tayo. So, thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. I hope to see you guys this Sunday. Trisha, go.
Wala po. Ay, wait lang po, Coach.
Go.
Question lang po, Coach Mary. Sa November 20 po kasi, 3 pong schedule yung nandito. Maduguan. Legal, construction, tsaka GVA po.
Nag-weekend
Paano po
ka
ito?
daw? Teka, wait lang Nag-weekend
Sa
ka daw?
Thursday.
So, weekday. Giselle, galawin mo. Giselle na bagong paturok din. Galawin mo ang baso, be.
Yes po.
Nag-weekend ka?
Hindi po. Lagi po akong Wednesday, Thursday.
Papayos ko na lang yung schedule. Anong kasabay na isa pa? Construction, legal, at saka Amazon?
GVA po. Legal, construction, GVA po sa Thursday, November 20. Tapos sa Wednesday naman po, construction and GVA po.
Tatanggalin natin yung GVA ng problema. Pero, hold on. Ang itatanong ko is bakit si Ben naka-week? Oh, that is because we're flying nga. I will check. Ang ganda ng quality ng camera mo.
I'm using my Pocket 3.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
First time ko siyang ginamit na webcam.
Ay, ang ganda. Ay. Versus ito ha. Oh, very crisp.
Very crisp, right? Mag-picture tayo
Yan
kung
na.
sino yung mga camera niya. Go, wait lang. Mag-picture muna tayo. Makakalimutan ko na naman ito. Pagalitan na naman ako.
Minsan hindi ko
Okay,
na rin
yung
alam
camera.
kung hindi ko na rin alam kung ang boss ba tayo o yung mga admin. Nag-aano talaga yan sila. Meron pa yung side note, nagkwento na sa sa chat box, magkukwento pa sa akin.
Picture tayo for attendance. Please, Coach, pa-arrange. Arrange mas kasi pag live class mag-attend. Hoy, Jerry, how are you? I love Jerry.
Just
Oo.
fine, Coach.
Ayan, perfect. Si Jerry, sabi niya sa akin yung session ko, slow down ko. I love Jerry. Ganyan talaga kasi very intense
Thanks, Coach.
magturo. Hi, Jerry. So nice to see you. So laban lang tayo ng laban, guys. Kahit nahihirapan tayo, si Jerry nga lumalaban sa life. Di ba, Jerry? Jerry is the best. Okay, mag-picture tayo. Wait lang. Capture. Ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, and another one. Feeling ko nakapikit. Nakapikit si Nanette. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So, ayan, mag-attend kayo ng mga live sessions pa ng mga coaches natin tomorrow. Sunod-sunod po to. Pero favorite nyo ako. Hala?
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much. May questions pa ba tayo? Ano ba yan? Mamaya may questions pa kayo. Ay, Nana, thank you.
Wala na, Coach. Thank
Wala
you,
na,
Coach.
wala na. Okay, thank
Sino
you
po
so
bukas?
much. Sino ba bukas ni? Si Ben,
Yes, Ben.
legal.
Ben.
Legal.
Legal. Okay, kape-kape.
Oh, it's my feedback form, guys. Bigyan niyo naman ako ng mga juicy na ratings dyan.
Di na bakla ko talaga pinakamataas ang score sa atin.
She should.
Ikaw ang pinaka-juicy.
Of course, Jayla. Of course. Charot lang. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you were able to learn something from our science history lesson. Okay, feedback guys Ito, sinend ko form.
Attendance, please.
And attendance, you know what to do. Ayan na, sige Rami.
Thank you so much, everybody and all. We'll see you tomorrow. Babush. Oy, Jaira, may ako. Teka, stop ko lang yung recording natin at saka yung live stream.